Right. Okay, yeah, I remember now where we were. I can't remember what major stuff. I don't think anything major happened on the previous shift. But Robespierre made an introduction to us last stream on Saturday. It was Saturday, wasn't it? So on Saturday, Robespierre made an introduction to us, and he left us a little note about, I don't know, the City Hall's approval rating and the Mafia's approval rating with us, and how the police station like us, which there's a question mark there for now. I don't know how that works. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing as well. Last stream, we got clobbered over the head and put into a coma. And we spent like 20 odd days in a coma. So our station is now a mess now that we're back. But we got a new car, new lease of life. Guy's got some new fire in his belly as well. The mother-in-law was the one who set us up for the workover job, so we're not sure why. She was supposed to be helping us find the estranged wife, and she set us up to get smacked in the head. Not sure why that happened. Anyway, a lot of people are tired. I've been sending them off on like company barbecues to get their strength up, but these guys are just like, I'm tired. Can I go home? No. Okay, we did close out a couple of cases. Oh, that's right. Robespierre sent us, on the day we received a case about a hit and run, he sent us a message. Let me get into the actual start of the game and I can show you guys in the interface what's actually going on here. What is this tape? Careless Love. Yeah, let's start with some Careless Love. And before we get the day started, I'm going to jump into the police station real quick and we'll have a look at some stuff, because I was thinking about this the other night. Okay, well, first of all, the labour pool is just a mess, but we do have a cop slot because somebody died. So we need to shove somebody on shift B, but we're also getting our budget cut constantly. I might hold out until the next day because shift B isn't on right now and they're the ones short a guy. So we'll see if any more people turn up for a job later. Oh, that's right. Okay, so this happened as well. We also, once we got out of our coma, I keep calling it an a-coma instead of the coma. Once we got out of coma, we were told that the Internal Affairs were investigating us, and then they passed a file onto the prosecutor's office, who were then going to be pressing charges against us. And two of our officers had been testifying to, or were going to testify to them. So I paid some money to get the names, and it's these two. I was going to kill them, and I was also going to have another officer on the same beat killed. That didn't work out. Because we then got a budget cut, so I sent the other officer who was just underperforming packing as part of that deal and had to spare these guys, so I had to buy their silence, and then one of them had the indecency to get bloody killed anyway after I spent money on him. I could have spent less money and had them all killed, but Yancey's a good cop and I don't want to lose somebody with a star rating, so yeah. But this guy died. But their silence has been bought, and there we go. They will be dealing with us today, apparently, so that must be up here. So we'll get on that in a moment. We also wanted to satisfy this. Today, this guy wanted 3 dead bodies. This would have also covered. That's why I was going to kill 3 of them, because he wanted a female and 2 males. So I could have ordered the mob to hit 3 of my cops and figured out what was going on with this, but I can't now. Too much was going on, too many cops were dead already, and I didn't really want any more, because that's hurting my approval with the City Hall, I think. So yeah, they're being a bit annoying. But yeah, we got a message from Robespierre, as we got a file on a hit and run, that this was apparently something to do with Christopher Sands' mob. Turns out that his son ran someone over for raping his daughter. Not good. Both things not good. So, not to mention the fact that we're in bed with that mob. So, yeesh. We finished the investigation and now we apparently have to arrest the dude. Yeah, this can wait. I love the fact that it pauses the game while I'm doing this. So this hit and run here. All I can do is arrest the suspects now. Yeah, because what I shouldn't have done, I shouldn't have taken that case. Okay. That was a bit of a hint. Don't take the case. But since we did, we now are committed to it and we have to go through and arrest the suspects or tie that investigator up for the rest of his career. Which I don't want to do. I don't know what happens if we fire a detective who's on lead, but I don't want to fire that guy because he's my best detective. And we don't have any good ones to replace him with. This is also apparently, the Sand Gang, when we got this job, the double homicide, said this was also related to them and we should solve it quickly. We didn't solve it quick enough, the mob aren't happy with us. One thing I was hoping we could do... There's archived cases. What do we do with that? I was hoping that we could, like, click on the cases. Oh, archive. Right, okay, so there is a way to, you know, throw the case in the dustbin, so to speak. I can't do it with this now because we should have archived this case. Alright, well that's a learning experience. Yeah, we should have archived this case. That's right, we need to pull Hunter off this case as well because he doesn't belong to that shift, he belongs to this one. So he's ready to go now. We need to correct that. Right, here we go. The inspection has arrived. Let's go through this first. Let's crack on now. We are concerned about the low effectiveness ratings of Freeburg's finest. Specially authorized investigators have been invited to visit the department. Oh, great. That's happening. Request denied for an officer job slot. No. Damn it. But the mob sold some jewellery that we got from a case. If I remember correctly, this was a woman who called in to say that her and her friend were having drinks at her house, and then when her friend left, she found out some jewellery was missing. And they'd been, like, trying different jewellery on with different clothes and everything that they bought, and having a couple of glasses of wine, and she thought, oh, I don't know where my jewellery went. Well, turns out it was in the house all along. This was an insurance scam. So we confiscated the jewellery and I got the mob to sell it. I take it all. Right. So this one here. Here's my thinking. Since we know that Henry Sand, the son of Christopher Sand, the mob boss we work for, or work with, we basically work for him, conducted this hit and run, we have no choice but to arrest him now. This might give us an opportunity, though, to take the Sand Gang down. We helped them in their mob war. We got money out of them. But imagine the bounty for bringing Christopher Sand to justice. So, we are going to send a couple of officers to deal with this. I don't know if we need to send SWAT as support. This is a mobster. We won't, just in case. Right, so we're not going to hire anybody yet. We've got a couple of jobs going on over here. Assault at the milk factory. Factory worker Vitaly Samsonov quarrelled with the head of the plant and attacked him. Colleagues called the police but are afraid to intervene because Samsonov is as strong as an ox. He took us all by surprise. He is strong from Mother Russia. Who'd you kill off today? Nobody yet. I was just saying, I just sent... If you remember that investigation with the hit and run, and it turns out it was the mob boss's son that did it because his daughter was raped by the guy who died in the hit and run, and he was the one who went and did it. I've just sent some people to go and arrest him. Let's see how well that goes. They don't have SWAT backup. But we're going to send Roy to this. Oh, and people don't want to go out alone still, I've just remembered. Everybody wants to go out in pairs because they're afraid of being killed. Should have sent SWAT. Nah, we don't need it. We're friends with the mob, right? But yeah, Kane is dead from yesterday, if you remember. Yancey survived, but even though they were the guys that were going to testify against us. But now apparently special investigators are coming to the department to investigate why we're underperforming. It always sends SWAT. We might need them for something important. Disorderly conduct at the dump. About 24 Amish men chased everyone out of the city dump and blocked all access. The Amish community claims that the land belongs to them, and as evidence they're presenting a handwritten document, and eyewitness reports that they're not behaving very peacefully, but there are hardly any weapons aside from a few pitchforks. Samadhi and Dixon, you go deal with that and take the paddy wagon, because there's a lot of them. Sarkisian, hey dude. Why are there so many Russians in this game? I know, right? I've noticed this. There seem to be a lot of Russian people. There's nothing more dangerous than a desperate man that doesn't want to go to prison. This is true. And so because of communism. Okay, so this one here is another Sandgang case. I really want to close that out. But I've figured out now how we could have not gotten in this hot water. But since we're in it, we're jumping in with both feet, we might end up having to take down Christopher Sand's gang and increase our reputation. I also want to get my deputy sending people out on a barbecue again from this shift, because there's a lot of burnt out people. So I want Roy, Sogo, and Anderson. Okay. God, look at that. 13 dead officers. Jesus. And a dead detective. That's right, a detective died as well in the line of duty. Yeah. I mean, look, how can they be unhappy with us? We solved 11 cases. 124 to 37 is a pretty good closure rate for crimes as well. Come on. How can they be so pissed off at us? They've been, you know, denying us a budget for a while. The mayor's a dick. That's what it is. The mayor's a complete prick. I said it. Okay? I said it. The mayor is an arsehole. I've been taking too much money from the mob. They don't know that. Besides, I come dirt cheap. Oh yeah. And not the mayor's mob. I mean, maybe. There we go. We caught Henry Sand, the son of the biggest crime boss in the whole city, and brought him in for hit and run. This is gonna go well. But Beasley, the bee's knees again, as we call him. Whoa, the milk factory. Vitaly Samsonov is holding the plant manager over a vat of milk. The manager is crying, kicking his feet, and then he wets his pants. Oh, that milk out. Ew. Jesus Christ, don't pee in the milk. Children drink that. I rubbed your store in the name of communism, or how is it supposed to look like? Yeah, it's a distribution of wealth. That's what it is. So you have it, I want it, and I'm distributing it this way. Release the hostage immediately. There we go. Good man, Roy. Bad man, Roy! God damn it!
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Tension's rising with the people at the dump. Alright, send everybody else. That's the thing, communists don't really look like anyone out of the ordinary. They're tricky like that. They look like ordinary people. Okay, there we go. We've got... Oh, no. Reckless endangerment at the Freeburg Zoo. We've received numerous calls from visitors at the local zoo, so a drunken zoo employee opened the cheetah cage. The dangerous cats are running amok and have started to attack people. Oh, I need more. Okay, there we go. We've got 4 now. Roy, redeem yourself. You go as well. You and you. Again, we don't send SWAT. You know, the people with, like, high-powered weaponry. Disorderly conduct. Dealt with. Yeah, that's how you do it, Roy. A noise complaint, meanwhile, at the cemetery. Zombies. The zombies! By the way, the stress is wrong. Should be Samsonov. Samsonov. Ah. Thank you very much. So the caretaker at the cemetery reported strange sounds coming from the crypt. I'm afraid it's the dead. They've finally come back. These are dark days. Yeah, no. I'm not even going to send anybody to that. I mean, it's probably going to actually be teenagers. It's always teenagers. Blame teenagers for everything. There we go. But I don't have anyone to send. Yet. And... uh-oh. Questioning happening. What is going on? These are the investigators, right? Right, Robbins, you go and take Sogo with you. What is this about? These officers are needed for official questioning. This will take a few days, during which time they will be exempt from duties. Go fuck yourself. This is a hatchet job, this. This is the mayor. Fucking mayor. Armed robbery. No need to send SWAT, apparently. LifeWire store. A man wearing a ski mask entered the LifeWire consumer electric store. He pulled out a gun and demanded all the money, the most expensive toaster. It's important. If you don't buy a good quality toaster, you get that shit where you have like one side of the toast is burnt, the other one is just like a pale gold colour. You know, and it's still floppy. It's terrible. So I feel him. I strive for a good quality toaster. The store's security guard was fast on his feet, managed to knock the gun out of the robber's hands, but then he grabbed the sales assistant by the throat and threatening to strangle her unless his demands are met. I'm pretty sure my bullet can kill him faster than he can strangle her. Still, Samade, go deal with that. Take Grant with you. Need more music. Let's listen to the fried eggs and fedoras. Or whatever that is.
511 in progress. Looks like we have a situation here.
The door to the vault opens and there's rustling down in the darkness. Okay, so this is the start of the Sinking City playthrough. We're gonna find some, you know, Lovecraftian horrors down there. Or not. Is there someone alive down there? Blindly feel your way down the stairs. Shine a flashlight. Yeah, dark place. Let's shine a flashlight. Hippies. Two homeless men jump out of the darkness. They're carrying a shovel and some jewelry. It seems they don't want to give up their plunder so easily. Throw down your shovel or we'll bury you with it. Use the taser. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. We got this wrong last time. Use a taser. Bring them down. Loot.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Okay. A man in a ski mask is in the middle of the store holding a girl by her throat and yelling at the employees. Put a gun on him and make it clear he better give up. Yes. The man releases the girl and starts to run and enters a room with a bunch of refrigerators and disappears. I'd walk out. I'd be like, okay, bye. Good luck opening that from the inside, because they don't. The suction on them is too strong. You have to pull it from the outside for some reason. You can't push from the inside, but anyway. Expand the search to the entire store. Good. Don't just assume that he's in there. He could have gone behind one of them, around behind, and missed them. Right, let's have a look at this finally. A firefight. Here we go. This is where we need SWAT and a paddy wagon. A gang stormed the casino and went straight for the utility room. The eyewitness who called the police said he heard gunshots, and the gang members started carrying out some boxes. Ooh. Hang on a minute. I might need more people. Let's wait for everybody to get back.
110A in progress.
Alright. Now we send SWAT and paddy wagon. I'm going to send Robbins. Grant, and Beardsell. And that leaves us with enough people for 2 more call-outs. Chinatown. The owner of a grocery saw a car drive into the sidewalk, knock over a girl who was playing on her roller skates. Then the bastard stopped, waited a second, backed up over the child again. I've heard that's how the Chinese do it back home. But are we really going to let them get away with that here? Wait, this is a vehicular accident? This isn't an accident. This was, like, attempted murder or murder with a car. No accident involved here. That's hit and run. Go get him. Oh boy. Oh, Debbie's Cafe. We need the paddy wagon for this? A man with a strong Spanish accent said that a dozen people are being held against their will in the basement of the cafe. The hostess of the cafe seeks out needy immigrants and gains their trust and promises mountains of gold, then imprisons them and makes them work around the clock for stale food. According to the man who called, he was one of the slaves, but he managed to escape. The woman also has 5 armed guards who regularly beat up the least productive workers. Little old Debbie's Cafe is running that kind of snakehead racket. Really? I mean, she cooks dogs. We've already figured that one out, but I don't know. I'm skeptical. That sounds like a crank to me. Frank Zucker reports that a young blonde in a short red dress approached him at the bar, offered to go to bed with him for cash. I've never laid down with a whore. Can you believe this bitch? Wow. Shoot the dog cooker. Yeah, we probably should send someone around there anyway, just, you know, just because. But this one here at Kevin's Throat Bar... No, I'm sorry, I don't have the bodies because the mayor cut my budget.
110A complete.
Did you get him? Yes! Kick his ass now. Back over him a couple of times with your cruiser. Firefight at the casino. Nicely done, Robbins. Looted weapons. Sell that shit. Alright, Kevin's Throat Bar. We're going to send people to this one, I think. This one here, we might get people to come. They're nearly back, they're nearly back, they're nearly back, they're nearly back. They're back. I'm not going to send a whole fucking lot of them, though, because I'm pretty sure this is a bullshit call. Are you kidding me, you guys? What is this one? Lucifer in the Sky with Lizard's Nightclub. What? Okay. 4 police officers entered the nightclub and started arresting people for having fun. They bullied the girls, and when the guys got angry, they beat them up and humiliated them. One of them put a gun into the patron's mouth and shouted at the others. Another cop kicked out a man's front teeth with the butt of his gun. The club manager has serious doubts that these are even real police officers. No shit, Sherlock. And one of his competitors might have sent them over to cause trouble. That seems a little bit more...
711 complete.
This is going to be a false call. No, they escaped. Shit. Shit!
612 complete.
This was a false call. Oh, damn it. Alright, this... Let's just move on. That never happened. You guys go deal with that one. Never happened. Anyone who disagrees will find themselves surfing a desk for the rest of their career.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Okay, this is an even more tougher situation. Just send those guys since it's the last job. Don't point at me, I don't know where that finger's been. Wouldn't you like to know? Come on, guys, get this solved. I want to go home. It's night time.
1312.
You get them all? Good. Shoot them. Bury them in the fucking woods. Job done. Why would I make that noise? Why would I do that? Because I can. That's why. Seems like you solved the Russian name mystery. This game's developer is a Belarusian studio. Oh.
And this is Agent Roberts. You'll have to come with us.
What now? Oh, please get dressed, Mr. Boyd. We'll wait for you in the car. Mr. Boyd, did you hear what I said?
You know what? You boys can go to hell. I'm not going anywhere. Not right now, at least. You can come down to the police station during regular hours. You can't just come to my house while I'm sleeping, pull me out of bed without any breakfast. Right now, the only place I'm going is back to bed. I'm closing the door now, and if you...
Jack, what's all this? I told everyone what a great sport you are and how fun it would be to play a little joke on you. Where's your sense of humor gone?
Ethan, it's 5 in the morning. At this hour, the only thing that'll get me laughing is one of you feds slipping on a banana peel.
Well, what'd I tell you? He's such a joker.
You're getting old, Ethan.
You're getting fatter, Jack.
And you're getting boring.
And you're getting fired.
Fine. You win.
But you're still a snappy dresser, Jack. As I'm sure you can guess, we've got an assignment here in Freeburg. Come on, let's go. We'll fill you in at the scene. Oh, and I really am glad to see you, Jack. You have no idea.
Whew, that didn't worry me at all.
Meet Jack. And this is Agent Suresh, Agent Kumaro, Agent Ellis, and Agent Dixon.
Jeez, how many men did you bring?
11 people on my team, plus 2 heads, but they're still asleep at the hotel. We got to Freeburg a couple hours ago. Actually, I was asked not to communicate with the local police, at least until the press conference, but, well, you're a friend. And by the way, you're lucky you didn't have time for breakfast. Now, the press are calling him the Dentist. Just like every other fucking maniac, he's got his own stupid nickname. We spent 19 years chasing this guy.
19, and I'm the one who's getting fired soon?
Kills young women in a small town, drops out of sight, and then reappears on the other end of the country with a fresh set of victims. He kills without hesitation, stuns the victim, then strangles her while she's unconscious. And that's when things get fun. He uses a power tool to remount the dead girl's mouth. For 5 years, we've heard nothing. That's the longest break he's ever taken. Then 6 hours ago, we got a crazy anonymous tip that the dentist was in Freeburg, and he'd already committed his first murder. They even told us the address of the house. Looks like our anonymous tip came from the dentist himself, but that hasn't been verified yet. Oh, Dixon, don't go anywhere. So, Jack, listen. Dixon will take you to the station. You can bring your people up to speed. I'm looking forward to full cooperation, and it would be great if you could bag a criminal like this before you retire. A nice farewell. You know what I'm saying, Jack?
Yeah, a nice farewell.
And Dixon, Mr. Boyd will tell you where to take him. Come on, look alive. You're the police chief's driver today, if that's good enough for you. I'll come around to see you tonight. Buy some beers, but not that piss you normally drink. That stuff gives me wicked heartburn.
What, you mean the local milk? Yeah, I know. Ackers didn't come into work today. I guess he doesn't want a job. Too tired, can't walk straight. Alright, come in tomorrow. You're a detective, I guess. Drank too much. Can you go home? You're gonna have to do then, I guess. Mother hit by a car, rushed to hospital, fighting for her life. Jesus Christ, people!